morning and welcome to Bible Bites Daily. As we continue our journey through the book of Exodus, we have now reached chapter 37, a chapter filled with exquisite craftsmanship, intricate details, and a deep reverence for God's holiness. This chapter may appear to be a meticulous amount of skilled work, but within its verses we find a profound story of devotion, obedience, and the creation of a sacred space. Join me as we go into this captivating narrative, uncovering the significance of every detail. From verses 1 to 5, it talks about crafting the Ark of the Covenant. In these opening verses, we witness the masterful craftsmanship of Bezalel and Oholiab. They began their work with the construction of the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred vessel that would house the 10 Commandments. The ark was made of acacia wood, symbolizing endurance, and was covered with pure gold, representing purity. The craftsmanship here serves as a reminder that even the most sacred items are crafted with human hands, signifying our role in manifesting God's presence on earth. Verses 6 to 9 talk about the mercy seat and cherubim. In the following verses, we see the creation of the mercy seat, the lid of the ark. This was a symbol of God's mercy, and 2 cherubim were crafted from pure gold to overlock it. Their outstretched wings formed a shelter over the ark. The mercy seat with the cherubim was a reminder of God's presence and grace, which covered the sacred law within. This meticulous detail reminds us of the beauty and significance of God's mercy in our lives. Verses 10 to 16 signifies the table for the bread and the presence of Christ. The narrative then shifts to the crafting of the table for the bread of the presence. This table was made of acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold, much like the ark. It was a place where the consecrated bread, symbolizing God's provision, was set before the Lord. The attention to detail in crafting these items emphasizes the importance of providing for the needs of God's people and recognizing His provision. From verses 17 to 24, the chapter talks about the golden lampstand. The golden lampstand with its 7 lamps is meticulously crafted. It symbolized God's guidance and light for His people. The intricate design with the almond-shaped cups, buds, and blossoms highlighted the beauty and richness of God's illumination. It reminds us that God's guidance in our lives is not just functional, but also beautiful and abundant. From verses 25 to 28, we talk about the incense altar. The narrative continues with the construction of the incense altar, an essential element in the tabernacle. It was designed with care, with horns on each corner symbolizing the power of God's presence. The incense was a symbol of prayers and intercession of people, praising to God. The detailed crafting of the altar reminds us of the significance of prayer in our relationship with God. From verses 29 to 31 towards the ending of this chapter, we talk about the anointing oil and incense. The chapter closes with the creation of the holy anointing oil and the sweet incense. These sacred items were not to be used for any other purpose but to consecrate the tabernacle and its furnishings. The precise recipe and care in creating these substances underline the holiness of God's dwelling place. To conclude, in the narrative of Exodus chapter 37, we find a powerful message about the holiness of God's presence. Every item, every detail, and every nuance in the construction of the tabernacle and its furnishings remind us of the reverence, devotion, and obedience required in approaching the divine. The skilled craftsmanship in this chapter reflects our responsibility in creating sacred spaces for God in our hearts, in our communities, and in our world. As we explore these intricacies, maybe we inspired to approach God's holiness with the same reverence and devotion, just as the skilled artists crafted sacred items with meticulous care. May we too dedicate ourselves to living lives that honor God's presence and create holy spaces wherever we go. May this narrative encourage us to recognize the beauty in God's guidance. In everything we do, the importance of prayer and the power of His mercy in our lives. Whatever we are today, we are because of His mercy. And as we do, may we experience a deeper connection with the Divine and carry His holiness into the world. Thank you for listening. May God bless you all in abundance.